game for CCT before we go into the player break. Big on the T side of their map pick, and they're going straight towards apartments where MUTiRiS is going to meet them head on. He hits the first shot. The IGL on fire already, alongside with arrozdoce. That's the bomb down. That's the round over.
Wow. It just looks way too sharp right there to open things up. I was about to, criticize that angle right there. I feel like it's incredibly hard to make that angle out. Molly. Force back the aggression right now. Oh. Look at that HE, does phenomenal damage right there. And they're going to give over control of brackets, but they have done some good chip damage in the meantime.
They are giving up brackets, but another grenade coming through, even further damage, and also control towards top banana. Roman isn't going to really do anything with that retake smoke he threw, but he still does have that control, and I think this is a great round for Saw. Like, it's all unconfirmed damage, but so far they're in such a good position, and they don't quite know it just yet. However, Gob, he's playing Crimbo's roles. He's looking for apartments, and, well, that's a very nice headshot on the story, and that's actually going to shift the whole attack from the B bomb site where they were looking at first to now over towards A, where arrozdoce is actually all by himself. He's very aggressive towards apartments, and especially with the low HP, honestly, he could go nuclear here, Cole.
You know, I didn't think he could do it, but he's already finding some opening success. Arroz. So many low HP bars and so little time right now that they might start to panic whenever they start to rush on in here. shushan not going to clear out this thing. Oh, no, he does. That's the A site. It's cracked open. It's completely clear.
It's clear, but look at the rotations. MUTiRiS is already up middle. ewjerkz alongside Roman in tandem are going to just cause a bit of trouble. They're only going to get one kill, and they're going to allow the bomb to go down, and they're going to get caught out in the open. A lovely instant headshot from tabseN. And now, with Roman getting caught off in transition.
Awkward right there from Saw. Like, to his credit here, Gabi coming out of the gates here. I didn't think he was going to be able to do a lot of work here up against the side of Saw, but he's showing up.
These USPs up, sorry, Roman, how are you still alive? I love how Storage isn't helping him. Story's like, yep, you got this, bro. And oh my god, he gets a dink off Keto as well. I'm amazed that arrozdoce and MUTiRiS haven't like severely gamble rotated either. Story, he can maybe get one more kill on Keto, but it's all about if he can isolate that one kill. And as the smoke comes towards coffins, there should be a committal. They're just taking their time. They don't want to overcommit. And yeah, they're going to replenish all these smokes. This should be it. That's the kill on the Keto he wanted. Now he just hides, but it's because of these smokes and the lack of everything from Saw, they're going to be isolated out. All in all, pretty good pistol round, I think. I think they can really take this eco and be happy about it. And they still might win. Gob's on 24 HP. Really would have wanted that kill, however.
He did that.
What?
Doing so much damage right now, dude. But okay. Back.
Very different from last round. It's complete opposite call from last round, man.
Yeah, much quicker. They've let these rounds go down to the very last seconds. But ewjerkz is going to find a nice opening pick there. Going to shut down onto the tabseN.
That's not the most ideal kill to get. tabseN, we highlighted him in the head-to-head at the beginning. He's already dead for this round. And Keto, he's going to get spotted out. ewjerkz all by himself, though, now, however, as Roman gets mollied off. But with so many smokes on the ground, ewjerkz is able to continuously funnel these players away from the B-bomb site and a double nade deep. The second one didn't quite land on its mark, but tiziaN will still be knocked down to 48 HP. And this is more like it from Saw. And I agree with what you're saying. They're playing against a team, Saw, that have nothing to lose. And I feel like that puts a lot of pressure on Saw, actually. That, like, they kind of have to win this, right?
100%, yeah. No question. They're starting to re-aggress here. Caught with one in a second. The HE will actually finish another, and there's still more on the site, so. Gonna get taken down there, trying to just get the bomb plant in. If he goes down, this is that site claimed. He's taking a forward stance right now. He's completely alone in this A side. Spots a shadow. Not going to commit, though.
I do like how he falls back, and now Story is here with him. Roman isn't too far coming up from middle, and ewjerkz needs to get a position where he can help. Story claims the first, but taps him with the entries. Finally, ewjerkz initiates contact, and that's by dropping the bomb. That's going to scramble this big quite a lot to get the bomb and actually plant it. Gob then caught out in no man's land, and Keto's got the world on his shoulders. He gets dinked, and he gets swarmed. of a faster play now towards Banana, and ooh, Roman get caught completely off guard. ewjerkz was a nice defensive Molotov. He needs some support here, and they will support down middle, but ewjerkz in a very sticky position. The one benefit he does have is that Big have no util, apart from a single Molotov on shushan, which will get planted towards CT now. And as that aggression from top mid comes through, MUTiRiS gets spotted out and doesn't really get too much. You would have anticipated a kill in this position, and Big still hold with this post plant with the man advantage and a lot of information on where Sora coming from.
The lock things down here. ewjerkz does find a nice multi-kill to give his teammates much better chance, but they're still falling at the wayside here. In this post plant, it's all going to come down to Keto in the clutch, and he does find the first quickly. Story with his USP out.
It's going to be the Israeli super stand-in, unable to perform anything. And oh, I love that late smoke of the Molotov, not instant. So Sora getting ready to kind of pop through with the advanced Molotov, but tabseN throwing caution to the wind almost catches off a kill, but instead he will die himself, and now Big in a really awkward position in a 3v5 with honestly not much space and not much anything to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they have to pick up the pieces from this point forward. Sometimes you can rely on a little mistake here or there from the Saw camp here, but it looks like they're really just batting down the hatches. Have still 3 players over towards this B side, so they're still kind of gambling right now in this 5v3, but it's all good. They have full brackets control right now, and Rose isn't going to let them down either. Some nice shooting out of him. tiziaN trades eventually, but there's still more that he has to crack through.
I love this using from MUTiRiS. Yeah, it's so difficult to clear that. And he's all by himself. His weaponry for some utility, even though tiziaN's still only on a single smoke. Orp is coming head to head once again in middle, and Story this time will come out on top with the pick onto shushan.
Yeah, this is now his 3rd opening of the last 3 rounds, 3 in a row right now. So he's really starting to warm up right now, giving his team fantastic opportunities every start. If that continues, it could be a worry sign. Another opening pick from him. tabseN swings for the fences there. Again, Story. All 3 kills right now in this round, man. Just doing it all himself. Excellent work from him. Not getting flashed off the lines, just taking these forward fights as much as possible. Close range with the op there. Battle opping right there. Not a real specialty of Gabi, but this fast flank coming on through could catch him off guard. The molly's good, though. Just going to buy a lot of time for these rotations to arrive onto the scene. Another molly getting tossed on in to make matters even worse. Tough task at hand for tiziaN.
Very, very tough task indeed. I don't feel like he's going to even be able to get another. Well, he might get 1 kill into arrozdoce, but it's going to be a pretty instant trade. I do like this. Attempted control towards top brackets. It's going to be towards long, but Story needs to be dealt with. He's towards long with the big green, but it won't even matter because arrozdoce just spams through the smoke. Okay. Over towards the B bomb site, however, tabseN has found success in arrozdoce just running through short smoke, and then Keto isn't killing him, even though they're next to each other. And so, in a scrappy affair, will just dominate over towards top brackets.
That'll certainly suffice right there. Scrappy as ever, but that's how they get it done. And it's going to put them up onto 9 here. It's probably not going to leave Big onto a very good position either if they don't get the bomb plant right now. So tabseN have to actually do some damage.
It's scared. Like, if an AWP peaks second mid there, you're never going to be too happy about progressing up.
So it's going to feel like you have to really fight for this control, fight for these angles. Definitely less than ideal here, but look at the fight for control that we're seeing right now. Roman, okay, he just deals with 2. Down Banana. Doesn't even take a lot of damage in the meantime as well, so you can actually see just visually on the mini-map the panic that sets in when those 2 kills come through. They lose all that control that they were working for over towards that A site. Poking and prodding for brackets, throwing a little bit of utility and giving themselves up for a take. Well, now they've just lost that. all that little forward momentum, they were ready to spring into action, doubling back in towards this B side, where they're going to walk into a 1-2 punch of Roman and ewjerkz once more.
It's looking good. A bait and switch, Roman and ewjerkz in conjunction, a lovely 10-4 Saw. And now let's see if this pistol round can be as flawless as the first for Saw.
Get a good vision on whether or not they can bring in a whole lot new life in this pistol round in the CT side. We'll see if they can show up and deliver. Right now, a lot of fights being taken throughout the map, but no kills being landed, and ewjerkz is going to start things off on the right foot for Saw. Nice little opening duel for him. And they're going to continue that forward into this B side of the map here, where there is 2 players, so a little bit of hope still for Big, but now they're getting wrapped up upon here. It's going to become very awkward.
It's looking really good for the T side, and Story might just put the nail in the coffin. shushan on the back of this bomb site has to produce something more than heroic. He does have God B in the smoke, and God B will actually get the information that there's no one, sorry, that they're actually leaving. However, as soon as he comes through and tries to aggress,
tough changes being made. You know, a little bit disappointing in the consistency and the struggle, but it's always cool to see teams get back to that form, which I think is incredible. So Saw can start to do that. Yeah, that's textbook example of the resiliency out of these guys.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this so much from Saw, or just for GCS in general. They always dip in and out of tier 1 CS, and well, in this round, they're dipping in and out of success. They've pretty much encapsulated this A bomb site. They just need to get past the final defender of God B, and Story will backstab him and secure, honestly, the round win here. MUTiRiS lurking. He will get caught off guard, but that, if anything, just confirms the Saw that k1to is all still on the B bomb site, and arrozdoce and Story, I'd be very surprised if they lose this round. They've picked up an extra smoke off the ground that can be used towards Moto as well. And even though that Big seemingly are hanging around, I don't think it's a committal from the German side, and that's 14-5 for Saw.
Yeah, how hard those A-side post plants can be on the retake effort, so gonna be continued success here. A little dojanate.
They make it like, this is a conversation I have sometimes of like, I don't necessarily know if a comeback towards the end actually helps teams go in second map, but maybe it might help Big. And if k1to can get a bit frisky here, and if he can start feeling himself, then at least he has some confidence and knows it's not all lost going into that second map.
Yeah, that's a big detail there, right? If you can build a little bit of confidence with some of the fragging that you're able to do, you know, maybe it can inspire a little bit of hope here. But still got to close the round out. Problems arising in the form of Roman in that sense there, with 2 to his tally equalizing. And MUTiRiS finds God B as well. It's at least the op that's able to shine. He's getting flanked in on. Silent drop there. Nope. arrozdoce gets loud, but it's still the kill confirmed. And fortunately, k1to left into the 1v2. He had a great start to this round, but it might not be enough in the end. He's going to go for it, though.
How has this round not got in their favor? Like, k1to has killed 2 people early towards B, and he will get a third. Ooh, this is now winnable. Roman in a 1v1. He's having a great game, though. 21-7. He's just tucked on this bomb site. k1to has to clear him, and k1to has no kit. There is one down, but as he's clearing mini pits, Roman gets the
tight on A, and if you're able to get a 1-for-1 trade right there, it's like, that's your ticket to winning. You love 2v2s on this map on the A side post plant. Story gonna kick things off with a nice opener there, and a trade back from k1to, standing his ground there. Not too bad, but they're quickly moving in towards A. Very rapid right now. Rotation. Story is there, and he's going to beat tiziaN to the punch. Already now continuing this pressure forward, beckoning them in. And oh no, Roman, he quick switched.
Why has he done that? And he hasn't hung around for the second player either, so they won't know about tabseN. But even though he has quick switch, they still did get the information that k1to was pushing mid, and they will capitalize on that perfectly. tabseN now, they seem to have an idea that he might also be pushing towards banana with that smoke drop by Roman to allow him safe passageway, and arrozdoce will nail him in the side of the head. 16-5. That was a pretty dominant map number 1. That would be if map number 2 can be anything of the same for Saw, or if Big can contest at all. This is a very fast pistol round already. We're right into the fray of it. It's going to be a quick trade back and forth that did favor Big Cloud at first, but as two players fall instantaneously, it's all tabseN up against 3.
Yeah, not going to be easy here. It's a bit of an awkward kickoff right there. They get caught on some timing, but tabseN starts it off well. Instant one tap there, ready for the contact play. They're roaming. You can still make a lot happen without an AWP, especially if you want to continue this aggression and another opening pick coming through from arrozdoce. This guy's so sharp right now in the opening exchanges, and they're running out of ammo on the site. And that's why op's not always best for the rushes right there. And when you're going in quick.
Out yesterday, I messaged Nart. Apparently, it's already a thing, and I messaged him. I was like, "Look at this cool smoke, but it's already a thing." And I like what that does. It draws tabseN away from focusing towards mini. He has to focus towards outside because he's scared, but he still does get a kill. And he's heard MUTiRiS drop on top mini. He's gonna try find and isolate this kill while the bomb gets planted on the B bomb sites.
Not a bad trade back there, but Stories further compounded the pressure there. Bomb is now going down. Numbers already punched in here. Story's gonna maybe struggle to be part of this post plant, but if he finds kills beforehand, it's just gonna be fine. He does get traded, but that's more information, a worthy trade here. And I imagine they're gonna take that up and try and fall off for a save. That's exactly what they're doing. So already another round determined here.
Are they saving?
Oh no.
Oh no, they're going for it. tabseN's making noise. He's on for the ace potentially, but Roman, I love this position because I don't expect tabseN to clear it, and the time's ticking down. tabseN just needs to get out here, to be honest. He probably will, and he even goes for the fight as well. That was a little bit unnecessary, but he will get the kill, and he will survive. 4 kills for him. He's doubled his scoreline in the round, but big...
Yeah, you kind of just need rounds on the board. It's good that you find that exit damage, though. That'll help if you ever do get a round on the board to start to break that economy, so... Still something to look forward to here for boys over at Saw. But the road is long to get back into this one.
Right now, Saw have won 18 rounds in a row in this series. They won 12 on the back end of Inferno, and now they've won 6 in a row here. You really can't do much about that, and hopefully Big, I think this is a round where they're looking good. You know, Gobs surprised MUTiRiS on the bottom bond site, and they've taken complete lobby control, but the over-aggression shall be caught from Story. So it's now back to a 2 versus 4. The bomb down no man's land, this could be just a save, to be honest. You've got no loss bonus. There's no point in going for this. If I'm Saw here, I think you just save.
Yeah, I think they are saving as well. You can see that Story already falls back in towards spawn, so hence even further at it. Not a bad idea, like you said. I mean, got a little bit of extra cash flow going, so it's not like you're going to be on nothing, but Roman giving it a bit of effort in.
Aggressive peek towards door for shushan. He is going to die in the Molotov. Oh my god. And there's no mini player. Oh, this is really... There's no one on the bomb site. Is that round over? Like, there's a player, and look at these retake positions for Big as well. Like, tabseN's so pushed out, and then you've got Gob trying to fly off the vent. He actually gets one before...
shushan and the rest of the team, because they're brand new faces to playing together, so... Obviously, some difficulties, as anticipated. They came into this, what was it? The 1x bet odds were 1 to 7, so it kind of tells the story.
Now it's like 1 to 20, and it's gonna, I think, every round get even steeper. However, maybe a little bit of over-aggression from Saw. Never mind, tabseN gets annihilated. The cranium gets burst open with the 50 cal. And the bomb, even though it's still in no man's land, should be... they can actually pick it up for free. It's not being contested for. Keto is coming around in a position to guard it somewhat, but long range with the A1S versus the AWP of Story is always going to be difficult. And as the bomb does get picked up, there's such isolation between these big players that there's no trade potential whatsoever. And Saw can just walk pretty much anywhere and find these isolated 1v1s. MUTiRiS needs to be careful. He doesn't get caught off guard, though, however, with that in mind.
Popped a shot off right there, but he doesn't overextend himself. I think it was a headshot through the wall.
Yeah.
He's done damage.
Unfortunately.
And definitely put a scare onto the remaining Big members as they fall deeper and deeper back into the bomb sites here and give more and more space over with these low HP bars. But this is a nice cover. Aggression comes through towards the lobby side of things, and it does catch arrozdoce off guard. Keto with a nice reply, and tiziaN gonna follow up off that?
So if Saw just go and erupts, they're gonna have a free bomb site to work with.
Not in a big rush just yet, but they will soon explode into action. There's that first point of contact being taken, and tabseN, he swings for the fences there, but that's an easy one-for-one trade. That'll be capitalized upon by Saw. Numbers already being planted. tiziaN and Keto do coming through with a bit of a reply, though. And now it's a 4v2. Things start to shape up a whole lot more promising here for the boys over at Big. Still on this retake effort. They're playing this one very patient, never peeking through that single door, making the job easier. The fact that we see, who was it, Gabi stay alive, I believe, or I don't know, whoever was in single door right there,
it was
stay alive.
tiziaN stay alive. Like, he gets the first kill on.
Success is short-lived in a certain sense, and that's going to be ramp control actually given over, which is a huge problem for the CT side.
Yeah, it's so much space for Saw to work with, but Saw are not going to commit straight away towards this B bomb site. They might just challenge shushan. Nope, they're going down towards B, and tiziaN once again a one-for-one trade, further successful for Saw and MUTiRiS in this off angle. Unless shushan hard clears him, MUTiRiS wins out this interaction. He actually just gets the dink off, but a nice little reposition, continuing to reposition. Wow, what a nice shot from shushan out the air, plucked. However, he still is dinked, and they know about God B. So Saw with a arrozdoce story towards second and control. This should be easy. The smokes are good, and the Molotovs are really good, but shushan caught off guard. No, he's
still plenty to go around here for Big. They've got the AWP, but they do rock up from Moss and tiziaN. Aggression here, MUTiRiS not respecting any sort of utility. Maybe he should have, though. His tabseN's going to open things up. Actually, it's a one-for-one, technically. This has been heard. Everyone's now looking this way.
Yeah, they're looking at him. They've heard him. And he will actually get he will get away and will come away with his life. And in the meantime, Big just shut this down. They completely fold Saw up. And that one grenade is actually down towards the B bomb site with MUTiRiS. And it's like the rest of his team will try and join him. However, the CTs seem to know what the story is. And MUTiRiS might get backstabbed from tabseN. However, he's putting a lot of pressure onto shushan now. But as soon as tabseN comes through, now shushan has so much more space to work with. The close range ball providing him coverage, and tabseN a lovely round from him. 4 kills, and he does secure a 5th for Big. And let's see if that's going to make the difference going into this second. Claim their first CCT trophy. And let's see if this pistol round can put them one step closer. Big looking to wrap around the A bomb site. Some players outside and some players in lobby. Trades back and forth over on A and over outside. Roman under a lot of pressure. He needs to hit a shot, running out of bullets. And Keto alongside God B will just run him down. The retake fierce. So he will silence that anchor. They know shushan's outside though, so they actually guaranteed know there's 2 players down here, but MUTiRiS gets caught off guard. And as shushan also in that same vein towards lobby, it's going to be a 3 versus 2 retake with God B upgrading to an M4, but still on 28 HP.
The time's ticking though. And look at this position from Gabi here, spotting out the legs with a little pre-fire action, but he's able to spin on a dime. 2 kills from Gabi. You might just find the 3rd. No. Story. He's going to get chased down here with the battle opping close range. He will send 1 packing. It's scary. This will execute, though, is being tossed on in towards the A side of things. Roman going to find the first smoke for the molly to try and pull off a faster flank. And both players missing there with the AWP, but it's still held on to the rifle of tiziaN. That offers up a quick route out. They can actually set their sights elsewhere here, and now down towards that lower bomb site. They're going to have to beat the MP9, though. And a couple players making it down the vents already, so multiple members here to crack through right now. MUTiRiS not spotted either. This is going to be very hard clear, but pre-firing it is tiziaN jumping down like an absolute hero. But Roman, he's going to keep things contained. ewjerkz the same. And there's only so much you can do here with the op here spinning head on a jet. Going to be left at bay here, but there's an opening pick on the story. So not the end of the world, yeah. Fantastic job being offered up here. Great kickoff. tabseN, though, being heard running in towards Mini, spotted out and taken care of by arroz. He's not going to let that slide, and went straight through the smoke. So there's that man advantage taken away from them.
this round, though, has maybe fallen and slipped through their fingers a little bit. They've got everything set up, right? You know, you've got the players down, you've got you've got Keto holding the rotations, but the issue is that you're doing it with so little players, and I've got a feeling Keto's going to get overrun here, and he will, without even getting a single frag. Arrozdoce, 3 kills so far from him, and there's no one on the B bomb site, so Big presumably can get the bomb down. However, what line of success can they get after that? Because as soon as they make any noise here, Saw are going to know exactly what's happening, and both doors are going to get open simultaneously. So that's also great information for Saw, that both players are down. So yeah, bomb goes planted. However, look at this collapse on the B bomb site. Cole, this should be done and dusted. And a great flashbang doesn't quite give Roman the kill, but shushan still has that AWP in his hands. The rest are followed by pistols. We've seen Saw win rounds like this, and let's see if Big can do the same. B's already made his way down towards the B-bomb site, and he will be joined by the rest of his teammates. However, they've made a lot of noise going down by ticked through the Molotov, and they've also lost a lot of HP in that same process. Arrozdoce faking his presence, feigning back towards the bomb site. He's going to re-peek in, and because of the amount of damage that's already been inflicted onto tiziaN and tabseN, it's an easy lineup, and even though that there is a trade, he's done it with getting 10 HP, so what has he really claimed by getting that trade here? And shushan's been spotted outside, so Saw, I think, segueing themselves onto 13 here.
No question. Should be able to lock that down. It's a question of if they're even interested in going for this one. Max lost, or lost mode is just stacking up, not Max, but up there. Okay.
What? That's a interesting play from ewjerkz. Just jumps across their screen. He's like, oh, you're both there.
How much is this going to cost them, though? It's the question. Like, is this going to be a difficult round to actually close out right now? A lot of it's riding on story. Potential bomb plant conceded right now. B going to open up the door. I mean, I feel like the bomb plant guaranteed. Yeah, smoke for the passage right there. All of a sudden, this is a round activated by just the smallest, I would say the biggest mistake right there. Just complete gift offered to Big. I guess bomb plant doesn't mean the most when you already have.
Then we could be seeing this one be closed out quite easily, and it might just be another default for Big. Gob with the Krieg. I like this. Taking the long range duel. It's like almost a mini ult. Oh wait, what?
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, Keto. It's gonna be MUTiRiS trying to pull things back. Oh my god. What is this round? Keto's just decided he wants to win it, but almost got replied back, almost got equalized by the heroics from MUTiRiS. Now, Gabi on the top of the silo, he really well should close this one out. Off angle.
You know there's one player above them because, well, he's making a lot of noise, and they know that the funnel is going towards outside, and that's exactly where ewjerkz and MUTiRiS shall be. One through the smoke, I think both through the smoke if I'm not mistaken, and Big kind of funneled down towards this lower end of the bomb site, leaving Gob to lurk outside with the Krieg. But look at this reaction. There's already 3 players down here, so tiziaN alongside shushan have the world on their shoulders, and it's going to start off negatively for them. Story picks off the first. Can't quite do the same on the second, but he still is holding the cross for Gob. We'll let him go. And now Big, if they got to pay, they might have a gap. But as I said, that MUTiRiS rotates in and holds that position.
Yeah, it's very difficult to find the gaps there. Oh,
what?
tiziaN on the ladder found a big kill. Bomb plant gonna come through. Clutch is a whole nother story, but at the very least, numbers punched in. And yeah, they'll take. I like the way that he's been able to work on these CT sides here. Smoke goes in. Able to isolate the first, second walks right into it. I mean, look how sick he is. So many different ideas come through from him. He's never playing like a stagnant setup. He does like that back of box position quite a bit, but it just looks so good in the different ways that he's able to play about it. A little bit awkward right there with some of the missed shots.
Use this. But they've lost players already. Like, MUTiRiS is pushed outside. and he's taken all that information. So you see the reaction from the rotations as well. Like they know no one is outside. They know Shushan's down towards B. They are just crunching towards ramp, and it's perfect. ewjerkz, you were hyping him up, Cole, and he will once again deliver. And Saw will take the victory away from Big Clan. Saw are your champions of the